afternoon. The more I drift, the closer I get to you. She's a ghost, and the truth, it's impossible. But I love her lies. You make sure I don't find somebody new. It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Got me stuck. Got me stuck. I was lost and then found inside of a dream. Running around in a circle, trying to believe. She's a ghost, and the truth, it's impossible. But I love her lies. You make sure I don't find somebody new. It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Stuck. Got me stuck. Stuck. Got me It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Got me stuck. Got me stuck.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got the American League Wild Card Series on the show. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Postseason baseball, Singy, it's always great to see and be a part of.
No, Boog, you just never know what's in store when it comes to postseason baseball. You do know you're going to see some amazing pitching, guys coming out of the bullpen throwing 100, some incredible defensive plays, some big knocks, and maybe a mistake or two that'll live on forever. All I do know is I'm pumped up for this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and on the hill in this one, Zach Eflin.
Well, this is a guy that usually turns in a very good outing. People like playing behind him. Everyone seems to be loose, and the offense tends to get going. So, you're looking at an opposing lineup. When they see him out there in the mound, they know that he's going to compete. They don't want to let him settle in. They want to try to knock him out, get into that bullpen before he gets real comfortable.
Here is Marcus Semien. The wind of the pitch. Strike one. The 0-1. And that's downstairs and outside. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the right-hander deals. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one is absolutely belted. And it is gone. He'll circle the bases, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Now it's Corey Seager. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 1-0. They say it went.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Good eye right there.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
On the ground and foul ball. Here's the 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Comes the 2-2. Stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Kicks and fires. And it's filled up.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Three-two on the way. Hammer, base hit.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Now it's Robbie Grossman. Grounded to third. Could be 2. The throw to second. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
Up next for the Rangers, Adolis Garcia. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Two outs. And down on strikes he goes. And that'll do it. Rangers strike first on the solo job. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching the American League Wild Card Series on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field, and today's starter, Nathan Eovaldi. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And here it comes. Yandy Diaz at the plate now. That's ball 1. Now 1-1. Chris, one dubious note on Eovaldi. May 18th, 2022, he matched a big league record, gave up 5 homers in an inning against the Astros. Alvarez, Tucker, Pena, Brantley, and Gurriel all took it deep. The wind of the pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
2-2.
The punch out there. Now 1 away.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Yo 1. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. And that's in the dirt. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One down, base is empty. That one to first. Low takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting first.
Okay, let's check out the lineup. They're already down a run, so I'm sure they'd like to punch back and even things up early.
Yeah, it's never a good feeling, especially at your home ballpark, to go down in the first inning. So the best way is just to come out aggressive, try to tie the ball game up, but not just tie it up, take the lead. I tell you what, momentum can really swing, and you can put your pitcher back in a position where he feels his most confident.
Harold Ramirez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And he deals. There's a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Home team down a run as the Rays try and punch back down a run. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, he looks to have some quality stuff on the hill today. Start this outing out. Pepper in the zone. Arm is loose and firing him in there.
Stops it on a slide. The throw. Nicely done for the out. Nothing doing for Tampa. They're down 1-0. Back now in Tampa Bay. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit.
First baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
Eflin back to work. There's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
The pitch. And now the count is even. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with guys going up there with hard stuff, Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Next up for Texas, Jonah Heim. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. First pitch just misses. Right-hander kick steals. Line drive, base hit. Rosarena gets it in, and it's now first and second to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He put a great swing on that ball, took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Here's Leody Taveras. Runners on the move, and a foul ball. Low on second. Heim on at first with nobody out. On the ground, 2 ball. Glove flip to second, and that's 2.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You gotta love that glove toss, Boog. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And you gotta remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
Here's Josh Young. And that's in there for strike 1. The pitch. Check swing went around. 0-2. And a pitch. Towards first. He handles it himself, and that is that. Rangers lead 1, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the second. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Josh Lowe. Chris, you know, you look at Nathan Eovaldi's resume. He won the World Series with the Red Sox in 2018, but he was actually originally drafted by the Dodgers back in 2008. He was an 11th round pick. The 0-1. And ball 1.
Always known for that power fastball, but interesting, he didn't get a whole lot of swing and miss with it early on. He got better with that stuff as his career progressed. And you talk about that World Series in 2018, he was absolutely fantastic out of the bullpen.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The wide to kick the pitch. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Isaac Paredes now. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Batting sixth, the center fielder,
Manuel Margot up to the plate.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Line drive, caught. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We played 2 full. It's the Rangers 1, the Rays nothing. And welcome back. New inning getting started. Here's the left fielder, Evan Carter. The pitch. Back up the middle and a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
The batter, number 2.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Now it's Marcus Semien. He's already homered in this one. Chopped left side. He beats it out, and it's first and second on the infield single.
Back-to-back singles, that pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Seager stands in now, and he's already singled in this game. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Carter over at second. Semien at first with no outs. Hammered down the line. Base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He will score. It's 2-zip. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Robbie Grossman stepping in for the Rangers. And the first offering is not close.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Slice the other way and foul. And the pitch. Misses outside, and it's 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And that's in for a strike.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Back to the mound. Glove flip for 1, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it like you're barehanded.
Next to bat, the Texas cleanup hitter, Adolis Garcia. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Garcia in his 3rd season, 30 years old now, and he was born in Cuba. Two balls, no strikes to count. Up the middle, Meade fires over to first. And Garcia is out. And that'll do it. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Rangers 3, the Rays nothing. Back here at Tropicana Field, bottom of the inning. Now up for Tampa Bay, Curtis Mead.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And that one is inside ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one to first, and that's a fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Now it's the shortstop, Taylor Walls. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Righty to the plate.
1, 2.
Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
And here is Rene Pinto. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swings and misses, and that is strike 2. And that one is lifted in the air. Tavares settles under it. Squeezes it. That's out number 2.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter,
Yandy Diaz now led off the game with a strikeout. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. First offering misses the mark.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Man on second, 2 down. Misses off the plate. Now 2-2. And the righty deals. Hit hard, base hit. Mead around third. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's now a 2-run game.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. 0 for 1 so far. Right side, hard hit. Over to Lowe. And that is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And this is now a 3-1 ball game.
Oh man, 100 bands, raw papers, all gas. Now I'm getting to the bag. Oh man, I'm on my way.
As we go to the top of the 4th, here's Nathaniel Lowe.
First baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
And the pitch. There's a strike.
Well, these Rangers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
That one misses, and the count is 1-1. And now it's even up. That one ripped. Knocks it down to first, and he just gets it there in time. 1 away. Jonah Heim stepping in for the Rangers. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. Foul ball. Here comes a pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That's a really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That's off the mark. Now 1-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Next offering is downstairs. The other way, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Leody Taveras stepping in for the Rangers. That one's in there, 0-1. Heim, the base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a line drive curling foul down the right side. Righty delivers. And that one missing low.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
The 1-2 on the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Laced into left. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Josh Young stepping in for the Rangers. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Low, going back, racing back some more. Back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Now the left fielder, Evan Carter. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. First offering, and it just misses. And a pitch. Well struck, right field, back there, and out of here. His second home run of the series, and they boost their lead. It's 6-1.
There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
So the lineup flips over, and now it's the Rangers' leadoff hitter, Marcus Semien. First pitch, and he just misses. Marcus Semien, Bay Area guy, played his college ball at Cal. White Sox selected him in the 6th round in 2011, and he has developed into a fine player.
Yeah, and he comes from a really good athletic line. His dad played football at Cal. His mom was also an athlete in college, and this guy's just a really good leader on a ball club. Had a breakout to his career when he went to Toronto and started hitting home runs left and right.
That misses, and that's ball 3. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Robert Stevenson warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Kicks and deals. And he walked him.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at-bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Seager in the box again, takes a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
That one ripped, but foul. The pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The pitch.
Ball.
That's down and in.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run homer. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, bottom 4, and now the first baseman, Harold Ramirez. Eovaldi back to work. right through there for a strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
And the right-hander deals. On the ground. Simeon tosses to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. They say you win.
1-1.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Fouls one off. 2-2. The wind of the pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Kicks and fires. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And another ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. And that's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now it's going to be Isaac Paredes. He's 0 for 1. In there, and it's 0-1. Right-hander kicks, deals. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add a pair. It's 6-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ballgame.
1 out, base is empty. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Manuel Margot. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
No strike.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. And he deals. In the air, right field. Garcia settles under it. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman.
And stepping in for the Rays, Curtis Mead doubled his first time up. And and that's in there at the knees. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball one.
One strike.
2 outs.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
That one misses. Counts full, 3-2. Got him swinging. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And they've doubled up now. It's 6-3. Back now in Tampa Bay, leading off, Robbie Grossman.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Now batting, right fielder.
So up next, Adolis Garcia. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Ripped to third and caught.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Next to hit, Nathaniel Lowe. 1 for 2. In there for strike 1.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Fouled off left side. Swing and a ball popped up, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
Jonah Heim getting ready to hit.
Beautiful swing in his last at bat. Opposite field knock.
That one's in there, 0-1. Low off of first with 2 away. And he can't make the play. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Rangers 6 and the Rays 3. Welcome back. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Taylor Wall. The right-hander back to work. And that one is inside.
Well, these Rays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Swung on, popped up left side. Young settles under it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the catcher.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Rene Pinto. Lied out his first time. that's in there for strike one.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Oh, 0-2 now. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Diaz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering way off the plate. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And that one hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Randy Arozarena next to hit for the Rays. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Two outs and one in scoring position. Flips the corner, and it's 0-2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Goes down looking. The Rays strand just the one, and they're still doubled up. It's 6-3. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Robert Stevenson.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Leody Taveras now at the plate.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
And a pitch. Ripped on the ground to second. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Number 6, Josh.
So next to hit for Texas, Josh Young.
Almost drove one out of here last time up, flied out to the warning track. With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Rips that one to right. 2 down.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Up next for the Rangers, Evan Carter. He really made his presence felt back in the 4th inning of this one, Singy.
Absolutely. 3-run blast and a shot of energy for his teammates. Everyone in that dugout was pretty fired up.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Jake Diekman warming up for manager Kevin Cash. And the 1-0. Slider clips the zone. And a count 1-2. Just misses with that one.
It's a good take.
Just off the outside part of the plate. Marcus Semien up next. Center field. Margot settles under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So they go quietly there. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Rangers 6 and the Rays 3. Back here at Tropicana Field, John Shambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Harold Ramirez. Wind in the pitch. That one missed. Ramirez measures 5 feet 10 inches, 28 years old, and he's a native of Colombia. And now 2-0.
2-0.
2-0. To the right side. Oh, great stop. Gathers and throws, and very nicely done for the out.
Number 15.
Josh Lowe digs in now. In there, and it's 0-1. The pitch. Just missed. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And here it comes.
2-2.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him. Now 2 away.
Now batting, third base.
2 outs, base is empty. Isaac Paredes next to hit for the Rays. He's already homered in this game. On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. That one the other way, and it goes just foul. The wind to kick the pitch. Out to short. Seager fires over to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3, and can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Chris Davinsky on the pitch here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Marcus Semien stepping in for the Rangers. He's already homered here in this one. And the pitch. Good eye right there.
Well, these Rangers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one. Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. In there for strike 1.
And you know, that strikeout total, only 2 so far, really tells you they're not just running into good luck and getting hits to fall. They're earning those knocks.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Falling behind 2-1.
Good speed on the base paths. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
The 2-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Simeon on at first, nobody out. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to second for 1. Relay to first, double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Robbie Grossman, the next to hit. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And the righty deals. Called strike right there. That's hard hit on the line. Margot makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Matt Bush. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Now pitching for Texas, number 21, Matt Bush.
Here's Manuel Margot. The Rays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Here comes a pitch. Out in front and foul to the left side. Next pitch inside, 1-1. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Chris Stratton getting loose out there. Chapman, a left-hander, also throwing. One-two to Margot. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. And a 1-2 again. That to right. Garcia grabs it on the run. Now it's the second baseman, Curtis Mead.
Well, both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
That one lifted to left. Carter settles under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
The batter, number 6. Shortstop.
So 2 down now, and here is Taylor Walls. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball.
Hey, what do you say now, Rays?
2 down, nobody on. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. That's ripped, base hit, and that extends the inning.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
So 2 down, and here's the catcher, Rene Pinto. Check on the runner, and he's back in easily. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And that's in for a strike. And 1-2. And there's a ball. The pitch. Ripped to short. Over to low. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Rangers 6 and the Rays 3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sean Armstrong.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. The pitch. That misses off the outside edge.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
That misses. 2-0. The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
And that is cut on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him looking. And there's 1 away.
Well, really nice job of finishing the hitter off right there. Glove side command, fastball firm to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
Low. Batting with 1 down, takes a strike. 0-2 now. Next offering misses down and away. The 1-2. Lifted in the air, right center field. Lowe has it sized up. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The catcher, number 28,
Jonah Heim stepping in for the Rangers. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
And another ball. That one off the mark. 3 balls, no strikes.
3-0.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And that one fouled off. And there's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Tavares stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2. And a pitch. Upstairs. Josh Young waiting for a turn at the plate. Heim leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And the 3-0 finds his own. And he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So 2 on with 2 away. Next up for Texas, Josh Young. Is in for a strike. 0-1.
Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Count 1-2. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Next pitch just misses. And it's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Two and 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Now. Struck him out looking. Rangers leave a pair as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Righty reliever out of the pen, Chris Stratton.
Now pitching for Texas, number 35, Chris Stratton.
Back to the top of the lineup. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Yandy Diaz.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
And a pitch. Ball one there. And downstairs. Next offering is in for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Next offering is fouled back. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Randy Arozarena next to hit for the Rays. That hits the dirt, and that's ball one. Checked his swing of the 1-0 and appeal to first. And Ed Drummond right on it, says he held up. Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. Swings through that one for strike one. Right-handed reliever. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Righty delivers. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Ramirez stands in now and watches strike one. And a pitch.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. It's the Rangers 6 and the Rays 3. Jake Diekman gets the ball now. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers. And he deals. And a strike. Diekman, a tall lefty. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Right side, Meade. Slings to first. One up, one down.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's a speed threat, Marcus Semien. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
And delivers outside. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Andrew Kittredge, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. The lefty to 1-0. That one missing inside.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
At the belt and fires. Fastball almost got him there. In for a strike, and the count is 3-1. And he walked him.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So now it's Corey Seager. First offering misses the mark.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Semien runs. Pitch misses inside. And safe. It's a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
2-0. They say you win. Semien leads off second with one gone in the inning. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Left-hand hitter waits. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 2-2. And now it's filled up. Runner at second here, one gone. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
2 on with 1 out. Robbie Grossman stepping in for the Rangers. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Low. Puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down. Adolis Garcia getting ready to hit. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Back up the, oh, that got him. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
2 outs, bases loaded. So next to hit for Texas, Nathaniel Lowe. That's in there, and that is strike one.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Well done behind the dish. Kicks and deals. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Bases loaded. 2 down. On a line, base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Garcia rounds third, headed for the plate. He's in there, and it's 9-3.
How about that? Clears the bases. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Andrew Kittredge will take over here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Man at second here with 2 away. And now the switch hitting catcher, Jonah Heim. And there's the strike. One. Swings through that one.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
This one in the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Runner at second, 2 down. Lined, and that's a base hit. Low, coming home. Margot fires it to the plate. It's offline, and he scores. It's 10-3.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Leody Taveras will hit next. 1 for 3. That one pushed foul. And now the 0-1.
Ball 1.
Ripped on a line to center. Margot makes the catch. And the inning is over. 4 runs in the inning, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Rangers 10 and the Rays back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Brock Burke.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Josh Lowe. A strikeout and a walk. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. In the air, right field. Garcia settles under it. And there's one down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Isaac Paredes. That one's in there, 0-1. Some activity in the bullpen for Texas. Andrew Heaney, the left-hander, up and throwing. Perez getting cranked up as well. And that's outside. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. 2 away now.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Manuel Margot now at the plate. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Foul ball there. Next pitch is outside. Down to their final strike. And that's in the dirt. And now it's filled up.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And a 3-2. And Margot able to spoil that one. Three and 2. Payoff pitch. This one high in the air to left center. And that's it. The Texas Rangers take the series and are off to the ALDS.
First for the victorious Rangers, 10 runs, 15 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Rays, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 37 minutes. Our paid attendance at Tropicana Field this afternoon, a sellout of 31,042. The Rays thank you and hope you'll join us again real soon.